Alright guys, here's my 2013 Ford C-Max Energi plug-in hybrid. You see right here, just pop that. You can plug in to a regular, use a charging unit, goes into a regular 110 outlet and you'll get about 20 to 25 miles just from the battery on the all electric with this car. So if you can do your commute or trips under 25 miles round trip, it'll be a fully electric car for you. And if you need to go further distances, the gasoline engine will kick in. So here's the car. I think it's pretty nice looking. It's a small car. I used to have a big sedan and I was just driving around by myself all the time. So I didn't know why I needed such a big, heavy car. The one bad thing is that there's not a lot of trunk space because the battery is kind of raised up inside the trunk. So you don't have a lot of trunk space, but I make it work. So I did about 6,000 miles on the car in exactly a year since I've owned it. I only had to fill up the gas tank 3 or 4 times. I'm able to do most trips. Most of my trips are mostly electric, and then a little bit of gas on the highway or something, or on longer trips. I was averaging 100 miles a gallon and went down to in the 80s. I was doing a 1 day a week commute to a big city, so I was doing more highway miles with the gas engine, and it dropped down my average a little bit, but still super efficient. Even if you're on the gas engine, you're still getting 40 miles a gallon. I got a good deal on the car too. Msrp on this this is a 2013, was over $30,000, I think almost $35,000. I got it for $4,800, which is a great deal. I noticed when I was looking for a new car, used electric vehicles have pretty massive depreciation. Not really on Teslas, I don't think, but on Chevy Volts, Nissan Leafs, Priuses. You can get a pretty good deal on buying a used one of those cars. So there's some benefits over a regular gasoline engine car. The brakes, when you hit the brakes, they regenerate and they put some power back to the battery, actually without even using your brake pads at first. So you have less wear in your brakes. They should last a really long time if you brake efficiently. And the car has a coach to help rank your braking when you come to a complete stop. It'll tell you how you did on a scale of 0 to 100. You'll also put a lot less miles on the gasoline engine because you're in electric a lot of the time. So the total on the car, I think right now, is 126,000. Probably 40 or 50 of that was on the electric motor. So really, miles on the gas engine is only 50 or 60,000. So I haven't really had to do any maintenance on the car yet. I'll tell you a funny story. I brought it to the dealer because I figured with the electronics and everything, the dealer would be the one to know how to work on it, basically. So I went to a dealer. I never go to a dealer for work. I've had bad experiences, but I'll go in, I'll try it out, I say. So I go in because there were some issues where the door wasn't unlocking. I had to use the manual key, some weird electrical stuff. It wouldn't start a couple times. I thought it was the battery. There's the battery that powers the car, and then also a regular car battery, to start it up and everything. And I thought it was that. So I brought it to the dealer. They plugged it into the computer, gave me a list of about 100 error codes. They printed up this big pack of paper for me. I said, all right, well, what does this all mean? I think it might just be the battery in the back. And she said, oh, well, to find out more, we're going to have to dig into the car more. There's wires damaged by mice, and we're going to have to see what the problem is. I think they told me that was going to be 7 or 8 hours, and they charge like $300 an hour for labor or something. It was going to be like $1,000, $2,000 just to diagnose what was going on. So I said, okay, let me take the car for now. There's no way I'm going to do that. So I went to Advanced Auto Parts, I think it was. I had them check the battery. He said, yeah, the battery's bad. I bought a new battery, I think $150. I put it in myself. A little bit of work. I had to go in. It's in the trunk. I had to remove a couple things and put it back, but it wasn't so bad. So I did it. After that, car works perfectly. I haven't had a problem since. Drives like a dream. I bring it to my regular mechanic for an oil change. I think I did one time, and other than that, it's just been great. It's good in the winter, good in the summer. I love it. So what I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna take you guys on a drive. I'm going into the city where my buildings are that I own, that I go to check on once in a while. I'll show you how I drive it for maximum efficiency and what it's like on the road. And one of my favorite things about the car is you never have to touch the keys. It's locked right now. The key's in my pocket. It unlocks as soon as I touch the handle. The key's in my pocket. I go in, my foot on the brake, touch the start, and there we go. So here we are driving inside. Right now I'm coasting. I'm going to show you coasting up to the stop sign, and now as I get closer I start to touch the brake a little bit, and if you look right there, there's like a little spinning. That's the regenerative braking. It's going to charge your battery back up. And then I come to a stop, and if so it'll usually say 99%, 100% for your braking efficiency. It's called Braking Coach, so it'll actually teach you to slow down properly to conserve energy with the vehicle. The electric motor is very efficient. As long as you don't push it too much, drive kind of nice and easy, coast down the hills, nice leisurely pace, which is how I like to drive anyway. You're going to get a lot of miles out of it. You can get about 25 miles just electric, and then after that you can switch over to gas, of course, and the sky's the limit. So right now I'm starting to brake already, nice and easy. See the thing down there spinning. Come to a complete stop, and 100% braking efficient. The car's pretty quick off the line, a lot of torque, smooth, quiet. Really gives a nice ride. If you look down there, there's a little bar on the left that says KW, and as long as you keep that under the first two lines, you'll be at maximum efficiency. So on flat ground it's pretty easy, up to probably 50 or so. When you're uphill, to stay at that line, you're depending on the steepness of the hill, you'll slow down a lot. So sometimes you'll go over it temporarily, but if you stay under there, most of the time you'll be at maximum efficiency. So give it a little boost right now. Just take your foot off, coast, and the battery's charging back up a tiny bit, like this from just coasting, but you're gonna slow down. Down a hill you can actually charge the battery. It'll show your estimated mileage on the battery go up by, it's probably go up, well, I'm already at 25, I just left my house, but it might go up 26, 27. I'm going down a big hill right now. So I'm gonna give it a little, I'm just gonna let off. The car up there is going pretty slow, so I'm gonna just start using my brake and coasting. At this point, you're already up to 26. So you're getting juice back to the battery as you're stepping on the brake down the hill, or even just going down the hill, which is nice. So you see, I'm up to 27 miles on the battery now, estimated range. It went up by a couple miles just going down the big hill. Of course, I've got to go up the hill on the way home, so it's going to come off faster on the way up. But nice smooth ride. I love the car. I've been very happy with it. So I'm about to get on the highway up here. I'll show you what I do. There's a button down here, that Eevee button. And you can switch it. Right now it's on auto. It'll switch between battery and engine, gas engine automatically. Then there's full electric. I'm going to press it twice to switch to Eevee later, which will switch on to the gas engine. And get up to speed here. The reason I do that is as you get higher speeds, the battery drains pretty fast, faster obviously. In the gas engine, I don't know if it's a little more efficient, but just save battery for when it's most effective. So driving through the city or on roads under 50 miles per hour. So I'll just get up to about 65, set the cruise control, and just cruise. On the way back, some of the way I'll drive with electric on the highway, and I know the exit that I get off. If I have about, look at this truck, ridiculous, Jesus. If I get off my exit and it says about 6 miles range left on electric, I'm good to get home. So what I'll do is I'll drive on the highway heading back towards my home, and until I get down to about 6 miles range left, and if I'm still on the highway, I'll switch back to the engine, the gasoline engine, and then when I get off the exit, I'll take electric all the way home. But on the way in to the city, I'll use the gasoline engine. I have to use it some of the way anyway. So I'm getting off the highway. I switched back to auto. Foot's off the gas. It's in electric mode now. Just cruising off the highway. Hit the brake a little bit around this corner. Get some juice back to the battery. And just cruise. So when you stop the car after your journey, see down there, 69.4 miles per gallon. That's with the combination of the electric motor and the gasoline engine on a bit. And I'm almost always over 50. And then if you can do all electric on your journey, it'll say 999.9 because you're not using any gas at all. So if you're doing short trips, you could never use the gas. You could just have the electric on and have a super efficient electric car. If you need to take a longer trip, you've got the gas engine to switch on. So the car's really effective for a lot of different situations. So I just ended the next stage of this journey. I'll hit the engine stop button and see how we did for miles per gallon. 59.3 miles per gallon for 10 miles. I'd say 2/3 of that was on the highway with the gas engine, and then just a small piece with the electric motor, so not bad. I think if you were just gasoline, you could probably do 30 to 40 miles per gallon, which is pretty good. It's a small car, so get good mileage. Oh, and one other thing. You see the 42.4 average miles per gallon? That's for the life of the vehicle, which has 126,000 miles and 800 miles. And it was owned, I bought it used. I've probably only put on about 4,000 or 5,000 miles in a year. This last year, since I've owned it, it's been almost exactly a year. And I bought it from a lady from out of state, the next state over. And the car had been down south originally, Atlanta maybe, and an insurance company was using it for part of their fleet for I think 60 or 80,000 miles. So, it was just employees of this company given the car to drive around, probably all over the state. So they weren't going for max efficiency. They were going just probably using the gas engine on the highway all the time. That's why you see lifetime's 42.4. When I got the car, I think it was maybe as low as 37. And every few weeks, every month, it'll tick up 0.1, 0.1, and I'm gradually getting it up. It's kind of like a game I play, see how high I can get the thing with the average miles per gallon there. Drive the car the way it was meant to be used for max efficiency. So that should keep going up over time. I'm cruising with the cruise control about 65. You can see it says 7 miles left range on the electric next to the fuel gauge there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cruise till about, so the price says 5 miles left, and then I'll switch to the gas engine. Save some battery. A lot of traffic today, not sure why. Turn this off for a minute. There's 5 miles left. We're on the gas engine now. It's coming right up. Back to auto, which will use electric unless you really floor it, and the engine needs to kick in. Getting off the exit, you can see it regenerating. It was at 5, went up to 6. Come up to a stop here. I don't think I'll get 100% here. There's a truck behind me, so I'm not going. There we go. And 93%. Not bad. Alright, so I've got an estimated up 4, just went down to 3 miles left. And we're going up that big hill that I coasted down at the start of the ride. So you can see I'm just over the second bar there, and it's a little over 40. As it gets steeper, the speed's gonna go down. Oh, there's a biker. I gotta go way over here. The other car can't wait a second. He's gotta squeeze through, get past the biker. Don't want to lose 2 seconds of your commute time. Alright, anyway, so I went up the hill pretty good. I'm still at 40. I'm under the 2 bars. 2 miles estimated range still. Just went down to 1, but that'll get me home. Alright, and we're home. There's the charger. Just stop the car, plug it in. So let's turn it off, see what we did on that last leg for mileage. miles per gallon. 180 miles per gallon. Pretty good. And I forgot to mention something. There's a way to show my miles per gallon since I've owned the car. Let's see, trip 1. Yep, I've done 5,890 miles and 83.6 miles per gallon. It was actually, it was over 100 for a long time, and then I was doing a little bit of commuting to a city about 50 miles away. It was like a 50-minute drive, something like that. I'd do that like once a week for a little while, so it dropped down. But with my normal local commuting, it's around 100 miles per gallon. That doesn't factor in the amount of electricity it uses and the cost of that, but it's very, very minor. I haven't really noticed any bump at all in my electric bill in the year since I've been using the car. Just another. I'll show you the rest of the interior. There's the display. Has your phone here. There's a compass. You can put your entertainment there, and climate. That's your cooling and your heating for the car. And right here, you can actually use that and make calls. Cruise control here. You can cycle through the menu on the left side with this button. Let's see. You've got heated seats. You've got a low mode also, which will slow down the car even more if you're going down big hills and give you more juice back to the battery. There's the button to start. And one of my favorite things about the car is the key in your pocket. If the car's locked, you just walk up to it, touch the handle, it'll unlock, and then you just push to start. So you're never ever using a key to either start the car or to unlock the car, which is pretty cool. All the windows are auto up and down all the way. Just a lot of nice features. I'm really happy with the car. I got a really good deal on it. So now I'm back in the garage. All you do to charge the car is pop that off. Got my charger here on the wall. Take this here, click it in, and this is just on a regular 110. It's not the 220, which will go faster charge. So this, I believe, about 7-8 hours it'll fully charge. Takes, I think it does about 3 miles an hour.